So just as an example here, remember we have the jetpack. So the collide above option, while we're talking about it, remember in the jetpack, there's an option so that if you were to hit your head above, it's not going to affect it. So remember there's the player no fall on collide above. So this is what it's basically referring to is how the player's currently been hitting the head and falling back down. If you say none on here, we'll do it both ways so you can see both of them here. So this player, the player's default right now is set to collide and simply fall back down. So just your standard up and down. If we get the jetpack and we actually start to fly around here, if I was to fly under here, notice I'm not actually going to be falling back down the way it would normally do if the player was to jump and hit. So if the player jumps and hits, he falls back down. So the other way we can do this though, we can actually, we'll set it up so that it's the other direction. So we'll take our jetpack here, and on the options for the jetpack, we'll actually say that the player, if the player hits, he'll actually fall, which is also just another one of those more of a gameplay element, is that you could have it where the player has to navigate up and down between a cave, and you don't want the player to hit anything, otherwise he falls down. So that same kind of idea is that if I was to float up and hit, then all of a sudden my player falls back down. So this is going to be more of a where you want to float between something and not hit, because if you do hit, then you fall back down. Alright, so just to kind of make sure we've covered that with the player collide above, but also with the jetpack using that as well.